was thrown that they hadn't crossed. So see, that to me makes no sense. I know it's the letter of the law, but I mean, you are taking the run. That's why they throw. So I actually think it's a law that should be changed. I think if you're taking a run and the run's in progress, then it should count +4.
I think for me, the simple way is have the batters crossed when the ball's been thrown, or when the ball was coming to the way they had crossed.
Yeah.
You give. I think to say that it's from when the fielder's throwing the ball. I'm with you. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Have a look where the batters are when the ball is coming towards the whichever end it is, and then make your decision. And when you look at that, well, they had crossed. For me, that's what I'm saying.
They'd crossed when the ball came back, right? But what they're saying is at the instant of the throw, and it's probably technically correct, at the instant of the throw, they hadn't quite crossed. It's a 6. I mean, it feels like a 6. I think it should be a 6. Technically, it's a 5, and that's all they'll get. And it also changes the strike. Because here's the thing. The reason they took that run is because they wanted Hares on strike.
Yeah.
So Scotland now don't have Hares on strike. They've got the new batter on strike, Sajjad. Well, he'll get a 4, so it's worked out okay, the second ball. But I just think the overthrow laws were written thinking of infield overthrows, because people didn't realise that people would be so powerful to throw from one boundary to the other. And normally in the infield, if you're going for a run out, they've already crossed at the moment you've thrown. But anyway, we'll leave that one alone for now. This is in the air and it's into the gap, but the fielder does well to plug it. Just one. Yeah, of course, that's famous from the Stokes incident where the ball bounced off his bat and went for 4 overthrows in the 2019 World Cup. And everyone didn't even think that. They said it's 6 because they're running the second run. When they really slowed it down, they said, actually, they hadn't crossed, so it should have been a 5, and he shouldn't have been on strike. So that's where that comes from. MCC, if you're listening, I'm sure you are, sort that one out, because that makes no sense.
But listen,
when you take a run and you don't get it.
The over from Claydon did go magical, even though he picked up a wicket. And this one started pretty well, hasn't it? But just got to keep it going. And get the dot ball in there. Well, that's one thing that Scotland have to try and eradicate. Here's it going well. What a strike rate, 32 of 10. Hit this hard and it disappears. Balle. Inna Bada Shaka. Say smash. And where we go. Boom. Out off the ground it goes. Sailing into the beautiful, clear, sunny skies here. The Costa del Sol. 6 more runs. So Pearce is the leading wicket taker. He's got 11 in this championship. This time it's quicker, it's shorter, opportunity, and taken. And that's a catch, Harrison Ward. Make sure there's no mistakes. Just have a look at this. It's all about techniques. He takes the catch, he realises that he needs to get his balance right to make it a clean catch, and he throws the ball in the air as he drops back outside the field of play, then back in, takes it. That is the end of his, and maybe that is also the end of the fight here from the Scots. He's batted so well, 38 he scored off, and that's the unlucky 13th delivery for him. Let's see this again though, the catch. Here's the ball, he's whacked it pretty hard, and Harrison Ward takes it, goes back, gets back inside, in, out, shake it all about. How about that? A magical moment there from Harrison Ward, completes the catch. And Pearce gets his 12th wicket, and England, they're up and about. Well, this is just great. Look, he knows he's going to fall over, and he takes it. And the thing about this, the reason this is okay, remember, he takes it from inside the field of play. He never goes outside the field of play. Only goes outside once he's taken the catch, throws the ball back out, and though he bounces outside the field of play, bounces back in, then completes the catch. So well done. Disappointment there for Hayes, but he's got to accept the fact that he's been taken by a really good bit of fielding there from Harrison Ward. So they do get the danger man out, and that one was certainly, I think, maybe ended this fight from Scotland. But still, I'm going to say this: if another batter can get in, it's only 16 and over. It can be done.
Yeah, well, give us your thoughts in the interactive comment section that we've got here on the European Cricket Network. Of course, we had a few interesting ones there. We had the overthrows, which personally I feel, and it feels like that's a 6. They're coming for 2, and then there's 4 overthrows, but technically it's a 5. The other thing there, and it's a little one for me. I don't like it that you can jump from outside the boundary and take a catch without re-establishing yourself on the field of play. It's a very good bit of footwork, and again, technically, it's well done by Harrison. But yeah, I just think that normally in most sports, you have to come back into the field before you do something, and the fact that he's taken off from outside the field of play, that's probably one I'd change. Let's not change too much at once, though.
Okay, what do you mean? Because he takes the catch inside.
He takes the catch inside and he
then
throws it and
up,
he runs
goes out,
and he runs outside and then he jumps back in. But he jumps back in from off the field, right? So he jumps back. Normally, if you are in a boundary stop, for example, if you are outside the field and then you jump and touch the ball, then it's a boundary.
I don't mind that so much.
Yeah, I don't mind that one so much, but there is a weird loophole that you can actually be outside the field. Wait for this ball, which is a French cut for one. There's a weird loophole that Harrison then, if he's outside the field, he can jump, touch the ball, and bat it back in, and he can take off and land outside the field of play. It happened, I think, with Matthew Wade a while ago. I'll come back to that in a second.
Yeah,
but yeah, look, it's just one of those things. I don't think the boundary rules were designed for the modern era. See?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but
I would like him to have a foot down or something down before he catches the ball again. Because to me, once he's outside the field of play, he's outside the field of play. But anyway, not take away from Harrison's work. It was very good, and that's the rule as it currently stands. This is going to go past the Ghost Cube. It's not really a Ghost Cube today because it's so busy. The Ghosts have been moved out. But right now, it's Callum Garden who gets going with 4.
Yeah, nice shot from Garden. Plays it away. Let us know what your thoughts are on the 6. That wasn't a 6. That was given a 5. And on that bit of fielding by Aswad. What I will say, though, is some of the fielding that we've seen, not just in Championship Week, though we've seen some absolute beauties, but the fielding in general in this series has been outstanding. It really has been. We've seen, what I like to say and what I like somebody to do is put a collage together of all of those spectacular catches, and that's another one there from Harrison Ward. Put them all together because I tell you what, that will be the best showing ever. Just put a little piece together of all some of the sensational catches that we've seen over the 5 weeks here at the Cardinal Oval. It's been absolutely sensational.
Yeah, been so good. Now, where to? For Scotland 11. Got to keep swinging, don't they? This is a skied ball, and Bowler has to go after it himself. He goes a long way, can't get there. Now there's probably 2 there. Garden wasn't convinced, and so they'll settle for 1.
Yeah, this one is a teaser, isn't it? It just keeps getting away from him. It's like he goes in the air and mera aja okay aja nahi aa raha. Well, it just doesn't want to play ball, does it? Just keeps getting away from it. It's a good start there from Chauhan.
Oh, Garden smashes this, and this is more like what we saw from him earlier in this tournament. He uses his feet really well to the spinners. Maximo. Callum gets 6.
Well, they have lost the wicket of Hayes, and he was probably the man that looks at, if he could stay out there, that could produce what would be a major upset because it'd be some run chase. But now, well, Garden, if he keeps hitting 6s, and we know Sajjad can play an important role here as well, this could turn out to be another fruitful partnership. That rate staying around the 16.
Now he doesn't quite get there, but he still goes through with the shot and he gets 6 more. Maximo back to back. That for me was even better because this was no half volley. He still had to trust his eyes and his hands to get through the ball, but he does get full value.
He does. This is a really good shot. He uses his feet beautifully, smashes that big, and that 6 more. That over goes for 19, so they are still in this match. The rate required per over stays around the 16, and as long as they can keep it at that, all right, it's going to take some doing. You've still got another 3 overs to try and maintain that at, but then you go into the last over, and if you've got wickets in hand and you've got established batters, this is doable. 92 for 5 at the end of 6. Not giving up this fight, the Scots, and well, why would they? Yeah, they fight all the way. We know that. It's in the blood. Here comes Godsoul to try and finish things off. Starts with the slow one. No ball has been called, so this is how you get 7. It's a full toss. The slow ball goes wrong. It's whacked away. It's a biggie, and it's also a no ball, which is going to be called because of a foot fault.
Wow.
Today's 7 from nothing.
Well, you need something to go your way. We'll check it out as slow as we can here. Where's the foot land?
Big.
Oh, that's huge.
Big.
That's big. Not great.
So, pressure.
Free hit coming up. He doesn't quite get it, Sajjad. He will get one, so still 8 off that ball. Wow, they couldn't, could they? That brings up the 100, and there's still pretty much 4 overs to go.
One more.
Liking it. One more is what the England guys are saying here. One more. We need one more. Garden, what a cracking start. He's made 17 of just 4 deliveries. Good so.
All right, it's just daintily flicked away. Trying to get a single, though.
Good bit of fielding there for Mongo Russell. Keeps it just to
Good
1.
Good chance.
But yeah, 7 and then a couple of singles. Covers. Doesn't bowl a nasty one, so no, he does bowl the no ball. The free hit only goes for the 1.
Goes straight, goes long. Watch out, up in the camera tower. Wow, that was so close to knocking out our camera. But Maximo time,
Well,
that was comprehensive.
Show us the ball. If it's up there, show us the ball coming. You got it? Well, this is right up in the camera. Well, somebody's going up there to retrieve it. Don't worry about it. It'll get thrown down. Watch this. Well, this goes right into the tower. And what a shot that is. It's a cracking shot. Every time God's out, well, there it is.
Should be extra points, I think, for that.
He's going up there to pick it up. What a hit that is.
That was hit so hard. Who knows where it would have landed. Scotland just probably don't want a bit of a break in play here because they've got the momentum. They've got it down to 14 and over, so they're actually ahead of the rate now. But they've lost 5 here because they've got the momentum. They've got it down to 14 and over, so they're actually ahead of the rate now. But they've lost 5 wickets. Ahead of the rate now, but they've lost 5 wickets.
Jard, well, he's putting in a shift here, isn't he?
Now he goes leg side, and this is out of here as well. Maximo! Sajjad is on. He's 31 off 10, and Sajjad and Garden are really pushing the English now.
Oh, what a shot. What a finish we're having here. The Scots are fighting back. And this is a magnificent strike. It's power, timing. It's brutal. Well, Goodsall, he did pick up 2 wickets in his first over, didn't he? And he's been brought back here to try and just to close the door on the Scots. But in fact, all he's done is he's opened it wider.
Seems very organised here, Sajjad. He's hitting anything full straight. He's pulling anything that's short of a length. Where does Godsill go next? Goes full. Pretty good one. He whips it away and they'll only get a single.
Yeah, good slower delivery. Takes the pace off it. The one that was hit straight down the ground was with pace on. Sajjad played it beautifully this time, though. The key thing about this is, all right, he blocked it out, but he does get the single. Both the batters just have a little chat there. And that's Sajjad probably just saying something to Garden. So, right, watch out for this. Probably saying to him, I reckon he's going to bowl a short one, so be careful. Watch out for it. Don't throw your wicket away. Huge partnership.
Flat bats this. His heart wasn't in it, Garden, but we'll get a single. Biggest chase we've ever seen here is 150. That was Spain versus Sweden in the ECC last year. So this takes us to the end of the 7th over. It's 115 for 5. Well, this is where we are on finals day. And I can tell you that England, I thought that they were shoo-in, I think, a few moments ago to be in that qualifier too. But right now, Scotland really putting the foot down. Spain will play the winner of this match in the next match. Starts exactly 90 minutes from now. And then we'll have the ECC 22 final live around the world starting at 5:30 p.m. GMT, 7:30 in the evening in Central Europe and 11 p.m. in India. So plenty still to come here on finals day.
Yeah, it looked like they're going to the spin of Pearce here. I thought maybe they would have turned to Rishton to try and sort of finish things off, get a tidy over it, but Pearce saying, give it to me, I want it. Well, they go after him and they're going to get him. Balle, Kinna zona, Shakalagya. What a hit. And this game is very much alive. Are we going to see something spectacular here? Chasing 150. 6 for victory. 121 for 5 now.
On a knife's edge here at the moment. This is a drag down, and it might bring a wicket, and it does. Can you believe it? And this has happened time and time again. The bad balls are getting the wickets because it surprises Garden. It's a proper half tracker, and it's almost on the way down when it reaches him the second time. As Garden, he will be so upset with himself, but he has to go. It's 121 for 6.
Oh, well, this is incredible, really, because he just smashed a ball straight down the ground. Then he gets this. It's a bit of a Gundy ball, really. But it's a Gundy ball that surprises him. He lashes out at it. There's no power. There's no pace. It's an easy peasy catch for Tom Keast. And that is the end of Garden. Well, Garden, we thought that finally, a man we've been talking a lot about who hasn't had the opportunities, maybe he hasn't had the luck. He finally starts to play some good shots. Finally starts to show what he can do. But he departs. Oh, well, how about that? 25 he goes off the eighth delivery that he faces, and he's kept them alive, hasn't he? He's given them something, but you just feel that was a partnership that England had to break. 121 for 6.
Wow, that was so short. Can't even tell you how short it was. Garden couldn't believe it. I mean, there's still the margin of error that you have as a batter. It's not much. So just think, you almost feel safe because it's such a bad ball. Anyway, Pearce gets the second wicket. Hogarth is in. Leg spinner to leg spinner. He pulls this one out. So now doubles down the responsibility on Sajjad to try and get them home here.
Yeah, Pearce, 13 wickets now in the championship, leading wicket taker for England. And, well, that one, I think he never expected a wicket from that. Or did he? He'll tell you it was deliberate. He knew what he was doing.
It's happened a few times now. And this is in the air. Is it going? It is. Maximo. Too short this time. But Sajjad, he was waiting for it. He hit the middle of the bat, and Scott Levin creep closer to this target.
Well, Kev Sajjad says, we are not done yet. I'm still here. I'm wearing this shirt, and I'm wearing it with pride, and I'm going to fight all the way to the end. Is another big 6 from him. What a shot. What an inning so far. Short again. Well, this time he misses out. It's that short delivery that maybe got the wicket just earlier of Garden. He tries it again, and it's missed out. But Stephen Gooch, he can't believe it. He's saying, well, if I'm out there batting, I'm hitting it for 6.
Surprise factor. 2 a ball required. Goes after this and doesn't quite get it. Goes along the deck for 1, but he will retain the strike. Seatbelts on, everybody. This is not a drill. Only one of these teams will survive the next 2 overs. It's 129 for 6. 27 required off the last 2.
Come the moment, come the man, maybe. Rishton. Well, he doesn't walk to the bowler's hand. He runs to it, says, give me the ball. He said, this is getting too close. Well, good over from him here. Could wrap up this match, but if it goes wrong, who knows? 28 required. Is that 28? No, 27, I believe. Now, 27 required after 12 deliveries left. So, which way is it going to go? Come on, anybody there brave? I tell you, there's a lot of people that wrote Scotland off a long time ago.
Guilty.
Well, they did that yesterday when the Netherlands played Spain as well, remember? Edge, and this is going to go to the boundary, is it? It is. It's going to be 4 runs. The lower cutter from Rishton to start off with, and Jack Hogarth, now he's absolutely overjoyed as he goes over to Sajjad and say, come on, keep it going, buddy. Well, this one probably not where Sajjad wanted to go, but you've got to be brave. Fortune favours the brave. That's 4 runs. What a start to the over.
Sure is. Wow. What entertainment. Press straighter. It's from outside the line, so it won't be out. I actually think he hits this anyway.
Definitely bats here.
Yeah. Sure.
A good stop from Jaffa Chauhan, the youngster. And so now, this is where I think England will think they have the opportunity, bowling at Hogarth. No change in the field, so they're not bringing anybody in to try and stop him getting the single.
Gone.
And they don't have to.
He's going to throw a grenade there, and Rishton is happy with his work. Hogarth can't deal with it, so that stop became important last ball, didn't it? And And Hoagie came on strike, couldn't deal with that quick York from Richton, who abandons the wide tact. He says, you know what, I'm going to go for the jugular, and he gets it, 134 for 7.
Yeah, it's a perfect delivery, isn't it, at this stage? And when we talk about getting the Yorker delivery in, when you know that batters are going to try and give themselves room to try and cart you away, well, this is the perfect response. Get it right up there. What a good delivery this is. Well, we saw Richton. Well, this is probably the same sort of delivery that Richton was out to himself. He thought, well, Evans did it to me, I'm going to do it. Well, he's happy about it. He hits the middle stump, and then he says, that one went like dynamite. It went boom.
Yeah, it's a good effort from Richton and Hogarth. We can't do too much about that. It's a perfect delivery. And he departs. He's the 7th wicket to fall, 134 for 7.
Yeah, Hogarth has to go. Ali Evans, the captain, comes in. Can he be the hero? Yeah. Just watch this. Hits them and he goes, that's dynamite, baby. And boom, he says, boom. Yeah, it certainly was. Good delivery. Hits the middle stump. So time for Eddie Evans, the captain of Scotland, to come out. And, well, look, he hasn't made any big innings, but one thing we do know, he can get out there and get going straight away. So we have a look at the VIPs that's certainly enjoying this contest. Evans on strike. Just plays this out. He's quite happy to just stroke that away, gets the single and says, all right, Kaz, you're the man on fire. I'm going to leave you a couple of deliveries, see what you can do with them. It's all about trying to keep the as least runs required as possible going into the last over. And that's what I was saying when there was, that 6th over came to an end.
21 off 8, need a boundary here.
Oh, Gundy ball. This has got to be a wide, yeah. It could even be a no ball. What about the height on it? It was pretty high.
Richton.
It was pretty high, you know.
Yeah, that's high. It is high.
That for me,
he half went out there.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got to see.
That's clearly high.
You've got to look at this again. This could be a key moment.
Yeah, it's either wide or no ball. The only difference is it's a free hit.
Yeah, they're looking at it. They're going to call it. This is going to be called.
Yeah, I mean, that shows it there. That's at the crease.
Yeah.
And that's
unbelievable.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable that hasn't been called.
Oh, this I can't
Wow. Okay, well, it's not a free hit. Won't matter, because they'll only get one. Wow, I find that's really hard to believe. They asked for assistance, and that was clear as day. It was a freeze frame of it.
Well, I tell you what, if you're a Scot, if you're watching, you're going to be fuming. You're going to be spitting feathers that one.
The only thing was, I'm glad there wasn't a wicket off that ball, because that would have been unjust. Anyway, doesn't matter now. Last ball of the over. Goes for it, and just get one. No, he won't even get one. They won't run. Because the Judd, he's on a heater. He wants to face 19 required off the last for Scotland. Well, they're in the game. They've come this far. Can they get across the line at the end of the 9th over? It's 137 for 7.
Yeah, I mean, look, what a match this is turning out to be. I mean, whichever way it finishes, give both teams full credit. I mean, England, they thought they batted Scotland out of the game, putting 155 on the board. But Scotland, they've never given up. I mean, though they lost some key batters early. They were, Jarvis went early, remember. Even Naylor went pretty early. He went for a first baller. It was quite incredible. After that over from Godsall, Oli Hears kept things going well. And then we saw a little mini partnership between him and Ahmed. But Kasajad, he's been fantastic. Garden came out and played a mini cameo, hitting the ball well. It sets them up to this. I mean, 19 required of 6 deliveries. Or if you want 18, and we go to a golden ball.
Wow. Could we have that? That'd be something quite amazing. Last overtime. Over to you, Mungo. Sajad on 45. And he gets something, but he'll only get one. They're not going to run here. So they're pretty much just saying, all right, we think that our best chance is Sajad to hit boundaries.
I don't know
but he's going to need a lot of them.
I don't know. I mean, put it another way. If they had taken a single off the last ball and they took a single here now, Evans gets a single, we would be looking at what we're looking at here. 17, we would have been looking at 17 or 5. That sounds better than 19 or 5, doesn't it?
Sounds better, but is it better with Ali Evans on strike, who's new to the crease? That's the question.
Evans can't hit it though.
True. Right, so Judd has been hitting it. He needs to go again, and he's not going to get much on that. Now they will take the single. So, okay, it cost him 1 run, I suppose. They gave him another chance to try and hit. And so he has no luck. Time to change the striker, and Evans will have a go. Mungo, he's got to hold his nerve. Rolling the dice with a short ball. He's backing his pace at the death here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say that if they finish closer than 2 runs away, well, they're going to probably root those 2 singles they don't take. For Evans, well, maybe mathematically they worked it out and said, right, okay, if you're on strike, this is what we're going to do for if we got this number of balls. But once we go past that, we're going to take whatever we can get. I don't know. I don't know if these decisions are made.
I don't mind it. It's cost them 1 run. They hope that he can hit a 6. He can't. Now it's time for Evans to try. And he'll get lucky, and he's going to get 4. Of course he is. So, yeah, change of luck, and he just swings at this and swings hard. That's the boundary Scotland needed to stay in touch. 14 required now for the last 3.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You just don't turn around runs because that can happen. All right, it's not clean, but, well, bit of luck. Poquito de suerte para Escocia. So where are we at here now? 14 required of 3 deliveries.
And you need 7 off the next 2 to at least be in the match in the last ball. So you definitely need another boundary, probably 2. And guess what? It's a fantastic captaincy from Lincoln. I mean, he moved him way finer so it wouldn't happen again, and it works out perfectly. But you got to hand that to Dan Lincoln. That was really, really smart.
Yeah. He knows it's going to be the same job. He knows it's going to be a similar shot. And, well, he's got to protect that boundary. He does. So Callum, he got moved a bit finer.
Now, simple. You need 2 6s. So it doesn't really matter where you put them, you assume. Lincoln goes all the way back to the edge of the ring as keeper as well, trying to block as much space as possible. 6 required, and it'll be 4, but it won't be 6. Oh, what a chase this has been for Scotland, but looks like they're going to fall short unless we see something dramatic. There would have to be a no ball or wide to keep Scotland in the game. But, well, it's going to be England 11 that are going to survive by the skin of their teeth. What a match we've had here in qualifier 1. I mean, now we've had over 300 runs in this match.
It's quite amazing. 147, well, that's the highest break in some sport, but it's not enough for Scotland.
Needs to bowl straight, and he does, and this will probably be a wicket to finish. And England 11 are through. They are through, and, well, not the way they thought. Sajjad brought up his 50 with the previous ball. He batted so well. But he is going to fall just short of what was required. The final score here in qualifier, in the eliminator I should say, is England 11 155, Scotland 11 147. 8 runs separate these 2 teams.
What a match. What an absolute cracker that was. We told you it was going to be a good one, and it was a good one. The Battle of Britain, if you like. And it is England that are victorious. But what a match. I mean, Scotland pushed them all the way. And